Hey you guys, what is up? Vibin here. So, do you guys remember that green screen that I did back in the chair building video? Yeah, back in the chair building video.
Thought you were just gonna see that.
Wait, I had a green screen that I used. Well, that was put up right there along that, and then I just like recorded it. But I actually want to make my own green screen set thing, and I don't want to buy one. So I thought, why not try to build one? Because I actually really want to get into a lot of building stuff. So I have an idea here. So let me grab my book. So I need a pencil. Okay, so the idea with this whole entire thing is that, you know, I would have a like that, you know, that's the cheap little that's the cheap little sketch of like everything that it could be. So I wanted to do this, and I don't know how to do it. So what I'm thinking of doing is trying to get some PVC pipe. Hi, Editing Logan here. I just realized that took me 5 minutes to explain the green screen and this right here. So let's go on ahead and break this down to make it not 5 minutes. Basically, this is the green screen. We're gonna have a pole that can extend and hold to a different length that will be supporting the green screen. Then down here we have some legs. Then I'm probably gonna take a bar, put it across. That's what the green screen is gonna go over. And then we have a bar that'll extend, and that'll give us the height that we need. Yeah, I don't know why that took 5 minutes, but here we are. I got some stuff. All right, so basically what the plan is here is that I've got these pipes right here, as you can see. Then I'm basically just gonna take all these pipes, and we're gonna build what I need. This one right here that you're staring at is the shaft. The whole plan with this one is to take and drill 2 holes right there. All right, so this bottom pipe is gonna be the header that will hold the actual green screen, and the top 2 are gonna be turned into some legs. And I also have a rotary tool here to help out along the way. All right, so right here, I had started my heating cut, but I wanted to be safe, and I went and got some safety glasses. That way I didn't fling anything into my eye that would hurt it quite a bit. So basically the plan right here is to take and we're gonna cut 2 slits along this. Then we're just gonna take and squish that together, and then it's gonna make a flat bit that'll go to the top, and it'll stop the pole that's inside from flying on down. Oh, also I can't cut straight. Alright, now if you're not smart enough to go buy a heat gun or own a hair dryer like me, you can do this right here, where you actually take and you hold it over a stove. You can also do this on anything that's hot. I tried it over the coffee pot, but it did not work out. So we're just going to stick with the stove here. Basically, we're just going to heat this sucker on up, and then we're going to heat the pipe on up. Now you want to do this like you're roasting a marshmallow. A plastic, toxic smelling marshmallow that you have to touch afterwards, and you can't eat it. I mean, you could try to eat this, but I do not recommend it. Maybe I'll try that in another video. Alright, so as you guys can see, that didn't really work out as amazing as I wanted to. So I took it on back, cut a little bit deeper, and then I made it more flat. That way we can actually have this rest against the bar that needs to go to. So right here, as you can see, I throw it out of pure anger because I'm mad at it. Not really, I actually slipped. But it does indeed work. It slips on in, stops the pole from going on through. Now I'm just gonna take and drill some holes in here. That way we can attach this to the bar that's going to be holding the green screen actually. Now, before I actually get into drilling these holes, I had to figure out how big to make the holes. So I used it on this test piece of PVC. And in doing so, I actually created a wonderful musical instrument. Don't you just love that performance? I think I'll call the instrument a flute. Now, with the drill hole drilling thing, I found out that what works best is if I take and I spin it in a circle, like you're giving it a swirly in the boys' locker room. And then you can take and you can fit the bolt on in there pretty snugly if you just take and drill that on in, which meant that I was now able to continue on with this build and I could make this fully because I knew how to do everything for the most part. So I set on up to use the swirly burly twirly quirly method on this pipe right here to make sure that we got it large enough for the hole, that way we can fit our bolts on in there, but small enough that they won't just come flying right on out. But I wasn't smart enough to actually make sure that I secured the little pipe in, so it kind of flew out and got a little scrape on it, which isn't anything too bad. Now I felt like a moment like this of drilling and screwing needed a change in music. Maestro! Now after that sensual moment between the drill and the PVC, you can see that our work paid off, and this piece actually looks pretty good, and it doesn't wiggle when I shake it, so that means that it's sturdy enough. Now right here I needed to find the middle of this pipe, then the middle of this other pipe, and then put 2 holes in it to connect the two. And while doing this, I suddenly had a realization that these pipes were almost like the good side and the bad side of me, and I needed to find the middle of each of those to combine and become whole. And this had led to a journey of self-realization. And so I set out on a cold, windy, tedious journey in the middle of May, and I had to walk a long ways and search far and wide to find somebody willing to train me in finding the good side and the bad side. Oh, greeting dog. Hey, yo, what up?
Hey. I can't do it.
This led to a lot of sitting down and drinking a lot of tea, and also realizing that monks party pretty hard, which was honestly a bigger surprise to me than anything else here. But then, they had told me they had found the bad side. Now came the search for the good side, which was a lot easier than the bad side, because all they had to do was just go, "Who's a good boy?" And then I came right on out, and I was a good boy. And then they had said that I was completely merged and whole, and good to return home and finish my project. And so, I set off to come back home, and someone had already finished the actual build and left a little disc here that said how it was built. Well, let's go ahead and plug that on in and we'll see what that looks like. Both have worked. Both have gone through. Look at that. Well, that looks like boring work. A lot better than mine. I just sat around, but hey, I'll take it. All that was left now is for me to take and cut some legs on out for the actual green screen stand. Now, while doing this, I actually found that the best way for me to do this was to use a bread knife, of all things. And I know I didn't sign up for this, but we changed this contract around a bit. Alright, here's the contract. Ah, there it is. And anything me master needs me to do. Gotta make sure that's correct. There we go, perfect. So, went on ahead and I did that. Now I just had to file these on down.
Where are my safety glasses at?
And yeah, I couldn't find my safety glasses, so that's actually where the video is gonna end. Thank you all for watching. Just kidding, I got the legs sanded. Now let's go on ahead and see what this bad boy looks like.
Shit. No. You get the point.
So yeah, as you can see, I don't really have a way to secure the green screen to the green screen stand. But I'm working on that, so yeah. Now, the worst part about all of this is, after all the wiping down and vacuuming, you still happen to find PVC everywhere.
Oh man.